I won't be as nice about this. I don't. My thing is, if you do some dumb shit and I don't like it, I'll tell you once or whatever, but I'm never going to argue with you, whatever. I'm just going to ignore you for a while. And then it's on you to come and say, oh, my bad. Because my thing is, I don't flip out on girls. Like, I'm always pretty stoic with that. Like, if they piss me off, whatever, I'll call them out, right? Of course. But it's always going to be in a stern, very direct fashion, right? It's not going to be like freaking out and yelling and all this other bullshit. That's stupid. If you're yelling at your girl, you already lost.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think women look for a leader, and when you're sitting there arguing with her and yelling at her, what she's effectively done is you're saying to her, I'm equal to you, so I will go ahead and yell with you. And it's like, no, that's not how this goes. And that's a big reason why I think I agree with you. Men shouldn't live with women, because that living with creates drama. Because what I've realized is that women are not like us. They need drama. They need the bad girls club type entertainment shit to be, you know, to be involved. Like, women need emotional stimuli. We don't. So since women need emotional stimuli, a lot of times you'll be the butt of the joke of their emotional stimuli. They'll try to start arguments. They'll, you know, talk to you about frivolous things that don't matter. I think for a man, it's better for you to live on your own, have your girl live by herself. If y'all got kids, obviously you go to the house and visit every now and then. But I don't think men should live with women. Living with a woman makes you weaker in general too, because women just make you when you live with them.
Are you single or married?
I'm not married.
Are you in a relationship?
Too, I believe in what
Are
you're
you
saying.
in a relationship?
Yes, I have a girlfriend.
So you're saying even when you get married, you don't live with them?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, and I like that because I've seen that happen. Give you 2 examples. A gentleman lived in Beverly Hills, owned very successful white man, and I asked him how did he get along with his wife, and he said my wife lives across the street, and I live in my home, and we go back and forth. I got a friend named Rollo lives in Chicago. Him and his woman been together 9 years, and they see each other on Thursdays and Fridays, and they got the greatest relationship ever.
Yep.
And most people think they always have to be together, but I think when you're together all the time, it deteriorates the relationship. It starts wearing out.
Yeah.
Just like I always tell men to manage sex, right? Because most of the time, if a woman's sitting next to you, men want to have sex all the time. And I always say you have to ration out sex, because most men don't know how to talk. Most men don't know about activities. Most people don't go out in the park and go for walks, right? You have to know how to put sex aside and manage your sexual activity before you burn yourself out. Because for every fine woman you show me, I'll show you a nigga running from her.
That's true. Tired of her.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the other reason too, because I know some of this might sound extreme to some of you ladies, but if you actually look at it pragmatically and you take your feelings away, you realize women get bored in relationships way faster than men do. This has been studied and shown that women initiate divorce, they initiate breakups, and they get bored in relationships way faster than men do. Well, how do you prevent that? You prevent that by not seeing her as much, because you know, the distance makes the heart grow fonder, etc. For guys, right, we can get bored with our girl and still like her. Girls aren't like that. They get bored of us, it's a fucking wrap.
Yeah.
You know, women constantly need that emotional stimuli, and I think one of the most natural ways to do it is by not being around her all the time.
Anybody want to chime in on that?
I like that. I like that.
No,
I agree to a certain extent.
I agree.
To what extent do you agree or disagree then?
Me as well. So it's like, now that you're like breaking down the whole not living with each other, like I get it. You know what I'm saying? I've recently had a situation, something similar to that. It's like, I'll see him every 3 months. And like, I'm not having sex, I'm not entertaining nobody, but
stop the cap.
Click that button. I got some pressure with you, but however, I just feel like and you know, that's another, it's emotional, it's a woman thing. It's like,
notice what you said. Hold on, rewind. What did you just say a second ago?
Emotional. I'm agreeing with you.
Before that.
A woman.
A woman.
No, before that.
What else I said? Damn.
Oh, see, you didn't
all
even.
up in my mouth. Hold on.
No. Well, because I'm listening to what you're saying very carefully. You said I feel.
Yes. You asked for my opinion. Does anyone want to chime in?
No, I'm saying the fact that you started with I feel.
Emotional. That's
Exactly.
I'm making the connection.
Maria.
I agree with you to a certain extent. It's just like, who's to say what a man is doing 3 months? Like, I got control. I feel like women, well, I can't speak for all women. I know me, I could fuck one man for the rest of my life and be satisfied.
Stop the cap.
However, it's like in that space, because when you're saying that, I'm like, could that work in a situation for me? I'm like, that probably could work, because honestly, there'll be time, bro, if you blink your eyes too loud and I hear it, I'm annoyed, and you might see my facial reaction. You know what I'm saying? So the space, I feel you, but it's like too much space. Is like, what are y'all doing?
But remember, we spoke about communication earlier.
I mean, 3 months is a little crazy.
Yes, it
once
is.
every 3 months.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I mean, I think in the general practice though of living with your girl, I think for the man, there's just so many negatives to it. And then also when you live with a girl, they soften you up, right? What I've noticed is that, okay, this is gonna be kind of offensive. Women are kind of If I'm going to be honest, not all, but a majority are, right? And this is with all human beings. But the problem is this. If you're a lazy woman but you're attractive, you can get somewhere in life. But if you're a lazy man, you're not going to get anywhere in life.
Absolutely.
That's the difference. So you guys can afford to be lazy.
Facts.
We can't. If I become lazy, you lose attraction for me. If you become lazy, we don't give a fuck. So I look at it like, I can't be around you because you don't deal with the same consequences for being lazy. Does that make sense?
Not
Yeah, it
necessarily.
makes sense. To me,
Okay,
it does.
it depends. Is he lazy? Was he like active one time and then he got lazy, or he just a lazy? Because I done bossed a dude up. You get what I'm saying?
Active don't get
Okay.
lazy.
I mean, regardless of whether he was, I mean, if he was lazy when you met him, he might have not even got a chance. But what I'm saying is that a lot of guys soften up when they do meet a girl, and especially if they live with them. Because, like I said before, women don't deal with the same life consequences for being a bum. Men, we deal with those consequences, so we can't afford to be a bum. So I look at it like living with a girl, a lot of the times, is distraction. It doesn't really help you. You're better off living with men that are successful so you can keep the iron sharp. Does that make sense? Because if you get lazy and you want to watch Netflix all day, I mean, unless you become a fucking whale, I'm probably not going to leave you. But on the other hand, if I watch Netflix all day and become fat, there's a high likelihood you're going to leave me.
Of course.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why, if you look at it pragmatically, why you can't live with women, it makes sense, man. I think as a man, you got to stay attractive, and if your girl, if you know your girl is more than likely, statistically speaking, to get bored with you, you got to keep the spice up to some degree.
And it keeps you,
your girl.
it keeps you working out, keeps you taking care of yourself, and every time you see her, it's like always like a new date. It's like seeing each other is a new thing, and it really feels good when you do it that way. You know?
I agree.
So, sometimes you can let yourself go, chill, walk around the house. You ain't got to always be on point.
It's almost like if you can miss somebody correctly versus if someone's going to work, come back home, it's like, all right, I'm gonna see you regardless. Versus
And
space.
everything is
Like
and,
a
and everything is
schedule.
different. Like the stuff that he's saying is on point, but everything is based on the journey that every man and woman has gone through in their life to get to the point. Some people need to be with someone, and some people can't. You know, some people can not be with someone, be with someone. It all depends on your journey in life.
Yeah.
You know, because what you're saying, I agree with 1,000%.
Yeah.
But everybody can't live like that.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's where, as a man, you need to be comfortable with being able to be by yourself. A lot of guys are extremely clingy, and that's an unattractive trait anyway with women. Like, it's good when a girl's clingy, but it's not good when a guy's clingy.
Facts.
Go ahead.
So we have another one here. If you feel like asking your girl for a threesome and she tells you only if you give her one, how would you feel and respond to this
Who wants to take that one
answer?
first?
When you say only one, just one time,
Well, there's one here. Well, as in, like, for example, her get threesome with two guys.
So the guy requests it, and then she says, I want one too.
Yeah, basically.
Is
You
that,
gotta go.
wait, is it with two?
first.
Who wrote that?
It says first.
I thought it meant with the boyfriend, and they do it with another girl.
Oh, wait, well, okay. I hate to put the person on blast here, but just to clarify, is it if you say you want a threesome, then the girl says, I want a threesome too, and I pick the girl? Or is it two
No,
guys?
We have to pick the girl. So how about threesome?
They trying to find out the
No,
question
who
first.
wrote the question?
Yeah. Next question.
Nobody wants to admit it?
That was me.
Okay.
My question.
So yeah. Because I mean, obviously, we want to really understand your question to appropriately answer it.
I feel you. My question precisely was, all right, there are dudes that will ask their girlfriends of years,
For a threesome. Yeah.
I want a threesome.
Sure.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If you as a girl, you feel like, okay, you know what, I'll give my dude a threesome. That's fine with you. But what about when you ask your dude, all right, I'll give you a threesome, but I want a threesome too. There are girls. I've had this conversation with
Stop.
There are girls that
I know where you're
I'm
going.
talking about like threesome with two guys.
Stop. You have a very bad habit of talking when we're
I'm so
talking.
sorry.
Yeah.
With another woman or with a man?
Yeah.
No. If a dude is asking you for a threesome with two girls, and you as a girl is asking your dude
we understand you.
for a threesome with two guys.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. Two guys.
So it is two guys.
Yeah, two guys.
Okay. Why could you just say that?
Just say that.
Because I'm explaining why I'm asking
she
this
just
question.
takes a long way to
That's called a
explain.
train.
It's okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that's not called a threesome. That's
That's a
called a train.
train.
That's fine.
TK, you want to take it?
Monkey see, monkey do.
One, I always
one
feel,
see six, one see nine.
always remember what I'm about to tell the world. Never do a threesome with your husband or boyfriend.
Thank you.
Of course.
Never.
I agree.
I agree on that.
Never.
I was
It
just
will
asking.
always come back to bite you on your
Yes.
ass.
I know that's right.
Because as soon as he gets mad, because most men are not strong. You start sucking another man and he watching you, that nigga.
Oh, wait, you're
like,
talking about a train? Oh, no. I'm talking about, okay, I'll let you
Yeah, I'm
answer
going
it
that
then.
way first. I'm going that way.
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
And he'll see you for years. He's like, bitch, you suck that mother. just
Yes,
really
that's
fuck with them for the rest of
That's
life.
true.
But you can do it with someone you're not in love with and you don't really care about them, and you can really have a good time. There's so many people as they get older, the husband wants to bring in another woman to the house, right? And that's, to me, as you get older, your bedroom has to become sacred. It has to, you can have no confusion, no negative energy rolling through the room. All that's for children. And this is just my opinion.
I
Keep
agree.
that bullshit out your home if you want peace of mind. And if a man allows his woman to do that, then he ain't really a man. This is just my opinion. Because when
true.
that's your woman, no other man should touch your woman.
Facts.
can I
With two
ask you-
girls, yes.
Huh?
We another girl, yes.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not understanding.
She
Like
said with
we
another
another
girl it's
girl?
acceptable,
Yes.
with another dude it's
Yes.
not.
No,
That's
I
what
don't
she
want,
said.
no, period.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what she
I
said.
don't even want that in my life either. Like,
Oh, not even two girls.
That's what
No,
I
not
was
even two
gonna
girls.
ask.
Yeah, just peace. You got to have peace of mind.
Okay.
I got a question.
So it's a negative for both.
Yeah.
Is it
So it's a
different?
married
Is it
thing.
different than
It's something
this topic?
similar to you just said it. Why is a threesome with two men
A train.
a train? And I don't know. I'm not into that
then
stuff. I'm
it's
just
different.
wondering why is
Why
it
can't
not
I
women?
understand why?
I mean,
The double standard.
It's just a double standard.
just a double
Yeah,
standard.
that I guess doesn't favor women. But the reality is, yeah, like typically, it's always been used.
I've
If you say
never
a
heard
train,
this
it means
before.
two dudes, and if you say a threesome, it's two women.
All right, so this is what I call a train. You know, on a train, there's
One, two,
barriers at the
three.
bottom that connect. If you look at it from a biological standpoint,
Oh, what the hell?
there's two like this.
Yep.
So into the girls like a train. Choo choo.
Yeah, one in the butt.
One in the
vagina.
back, one in the.
I was asking a question, but I honestly
What is
relate.
that?
Why would
Talk
anybody
your
want
shit.
that in the first
I can
place?
agree
That must
with
be
you.
so
All right,
uncomfortable.
I'll answer.
No, thank you.
That girl's effectively single. She
No,
is
no,
done. I will absolutely terminate the relationship right then and there.
Totally agree.
And she doesn't deserve a relationship at that
Facts.
point, and she doesn't like me that much, because the reality is, if your girl truly loves, admires, and respects you, all other men are invisible to her.
Absolutely.
So wouldn't it be the same for you as
No,
a guy that's
no.
with her?
No.
No.
No,
It's
men and
never
women
gonna
are
be the
different.
same.
Why would it never be the same?
Never.
It's just
not
the
the
rules.
same.
Because if
It's
you
not
love
the
and if you
same.
truly love that girl, wouldn't you not want to touch
But
no
it's not
other
the
girl there?
same. Two girls and two guys.
That was
It's not the
crazy.
same.
No, the thing is that
It's
listen.
not the same.
What
I'm
you're
just
saying,
asking
no
questions.
way.
I'm just asking
No.
questions.
Young lady,
but
what
I
you're
totally
saying makes
agree.
sense, and I totally agree. A man shouldn't want another woman. That's why I said do this stuff before you get married, or even in a serious relationship. Because even when you're in a serious relationship, you should have peace. Because somebody gonna be insecure. Sometimes you can be the woman that's insecure, and she bring home another girl. Guess what? That guy's girl more than he was her. Now that girl is
No,
insecure
thank
about.
you.
Oh, I saw the way you was feeling Stacy, and
back.
you don't look at me like that. And when I
Yeah.
went to the bathroom, I heard y'all talking. You know, this is how it goes down.
Yeah.
Because I used to be a
conclusions?
player, and one of my girls I used to date, she put one of her girlfriends in, and I talked about this on one of my interviews, and I said sometimes when you win, you really lose, and when you lose, you really win. See, I snatched the girl up because my conversation was just on point. So she went in the home and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay with TK." So the girl left mad because she had a boyfriend, but she was cheating on him. As I was driving her to my spot, she was saying she didn't have a place to live. But me being experienced in life, I felt like this woman was going to be a liability. And I wasn't in the mood to buy nobody no apartment, get you on your feet. So the first thing I said was that I went upstairs when I got to my house and I got a phone call, and I bought her an airline ticket, and I put her ass right on that plane. I never saw her again. Because I thought I was that dude when we was at the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, her girlfriend and I'm come here, baby, we talking. I'm thinking I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
You know, but actually I was getting myself in debt. See, most men don't think about what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
And they want to get themselves into. They say anything to the female. The female is believing in him. And why he changed his mind, the females want to know why he changed his mind. But most women in those situations sometimes become a liability more than an asset. And when a man, once he or whatever, he figures his mind is clear, he'll go, wow, man, this shit about to cost me a lot of money. This ain't what I want. It was just sex. Now I'm putting my foot in my mouth, and the girl's actually looking around like, you said you was gonna do X, Y, and Z, or that's like sometimes men get and catch cases with women because they talk so much. I'm gonna get you this, I'm gonna get you that, and the girls believe in you, so she done looked your up, but you ain't delivered because you changed your mind once you got your. Now bitch hollering and she's gonna take it all the way to the motherfucking to the judge.
And that's another problem with a lot of dudes. Be careful with these girls that will do that shit to y'all.
Yeah, we know.
Straight up.
That's why we're on the show.
Not even trying to straight up. To all the guys, defend yourselves and protect yourselves because these girls will play y'all like y'all don't.
We all for the Lord now. All these gentlemen, our bodies are for the Lord.
Also, that was just a question I asked. I'm actually against threesomes in relationships. When I'm talking about like when you try to be faithful to that person, I am. I was just trying to ask a
Okay,
question.
is that from experience though? Keep it a bean.
No, I've never had a threesome.